Shalom. I do want to start off this lesson by saying all praises to Yahawah, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, RAWCHAA, QADASH. For giving me the opportunity to do this lesson. I do want to give double honor to the elders and apostle GREATMILLSTONE for teaching the truth by using precepts upon precepts and line upon line. This lesson I do want to get into today is about the event that happened yesterday, but it kind of goes into today because, today is being, fulfilled. It's just doing right now. And right now, Iran had basically went to Russia and talked about what happened to their facility, talked about how America bombed Iran, all right? And basically, he went to Putin to make a negotiation, probably because they're planning to go to war with America. But first, they most likely trying to make a plan against the war against America, because Iran knows that they're not going to win a war against America. It's impossible, not because America by themselves, but because of the NATO alliance. Because if Iran does go to war with NATO, and let's say NATO nation does go to war with Iran, America go to war with Iran, NATO will be included with it because that's part of the agreement. If one nation be attacked, all nations be attacked, and that means all nations shall come against that, against the opponent, against the enemy opponent. Against the opponent. They're gonna be all together against the opponent, and Iran don't want that to happen. So Iran wants some backup, and most likely from Russia, even from China. And China, Russia's gonna join because Iran is a place where they get their fuel resources from. So they're basically gonna come up together to go war against America, because America is the one that's basically destroying their resources, their energy resources that they need to run their nation. So that's basically a retaliation to Russia and China, if they could say so, if they could make it into like that. But that's what they're gonna do. All right, and that's very soon, because prophecy talks about how the Most High is going to raise up Russia to go against America, even going far as Ezekiel chapter 38. Let's grab Ezekiel 38, verse 8, if I'm not mistaken, or verse 2. No, that's not it. That's not it. Hold on. I'm trying to go straight to the point. Verse 7. It says, "Be thou prepared, and prepare unto for thyself." No, let's read verse 1 and then let's go to verse 7. So we make it simple. So Ezekiel chapter 38, verse 1. "And the word of the Lord Yahawah came unto me, saying, Son of man, set the face against Gog and the land of Magog and the chief prince of Meshech and Tubal, and prophesy against him." And that's basically talking about Russia, the land of Russia. They're going to be, Yahawah shall have a prophecy for Russia. All right. And what is the prophecy? Let's go down, verse 3. "And say, Thus saith the Lord Yahawah, Behold, I am against thee, O Gog, and chief prince of Meshech and Tubal, and I turn thee back and put hooks into thy jaws, and I will bring thee forth, and all thine armies, and horse and horsemen, all of them clothed with all sorts of armor, even great company with bucklers and shields, all of them handling swords." So basically, Yahweh Shemashah is basically bringing Russia back to its glory days, or to the days of Soviet Union. When Russia was the Soviet Union, there was war. There was war people. They was going, warring against other nations. They wasn't scared. And that's basically what Russia's going to go back into. It's going to go back to its old ways of basically being a war nation, and basically going to war against who? Against America. All right. Persia, Ethiopia, Libya with them. Persia, who's Persia? All right, who is Persia in this day and age? Persia is Iran, and today. And that's what's happening right now. Iran's going to be joined up with Russia to go to war against who? Against America. Ethiopia and Libya with them, all of them with shields and helmet. Gomorrah and all his bands, and the house of Tagamah of the north quarter and all his bands, and many people with thee. Be thou prepared, and prepare for thyself, thou and all thy companies that are assembled unto thee, and be thou a guard unto them. So be a guard unto who? Unto the Middle East, unto Iran, and to the other nations that's like-minded with the Middle East, because they're getting bombed and threatened by America. So now what? Persia or Iran is running to Russia for help to go to war against America, because America basically threatened them and hit them and targeted them. All right, America is basically being the bully out of this situation. And now what's happening is that Iran has basically went with emergency meeting with Putin, because now Putin is going to be raised up. He's going to be raised up through the spirit of Yahweh Shemashai to go to war against against America, not against Iran, against America. And that's prophecy. That's what we're about to enter into. We're entering a time where America is going to enter the war against Russia too. All right. Canadian Prepper said a good point, and I did want to repeat what he said is that we're already in World War III. All right, but there is stages. All right, just like World War I, just like World War II, there were stages in World War II. All right, one nation went against another nation, then the other nation started supplying them. Then the other nation started joining. Then other nation started joining. Then other nation got attacked and started joining. And then what happened to America? America got bombed. What did America do? America joined the war and started fighting. The same concept is happening right now. World War III is happening. One nation went against war with another nation. That's Ukraine against Russia. Another nations, the what is it? Israel and Iran. Another nation that's getting conflict with one another. Taiwan and China. There's many. Look, like I said, there's many things that's going on within themselves, and what's gonna happen is what America's gonna join in too, and ultimately everybody's gonna join in. So World War III already started. It's just we're not in the peak of it, and we're about to enter the peak of it. We're about to enter the age of where all hell gonna break loose. And trust and believe, if when Russia declares war on America, or vice versa, when America declares war on Russia, man, let me tell you guys, the stock market's gonna crash. Look, man, it's gonna be over. It's sealed and done. Prophecy's gonna be going full throttle in. All right. The fact that what Iran is having a meeting with Putin shows you we're in that times. All right. And hold on with me real quick because my dad radio is blasting. I hate it so much. So I'll be right back. Bear with me. I don't know why you listen to that. But going back to the point, we're basically in those days of what? Prophecy. We're in the days where YAHAWASHI is going to fulfill what he wants to happen. And what does he want to happen? He wants World War III, so he can come and judge other nation for their wickedness. Basically, the Most High is destroying Esau, Edom road. He's making them go against one another. He's destroying their infrastructure. Everything that they have, they love, is going to be gone. Everybody that they care about is going to be dead. Look, man, Esau, Edom road is going to be an end. And what's going to happen next? Jacob's going to be the beginning that followeth. Let's get 2nd Esdras, chapter 6, verse 9. It says, for Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob, so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native American, is the beginning of it that followeth it. That followeth. And who's going to be the first fruits to enter the kingdom of heaven? The elect, the 144,000, all right, with their wives. If they do have a woman that they bring with them in the chariots, and they're gonna, basically repopulate Israel, and they're gonna be flourishing. All right, so many Jakes gonna be on earth to the point where it's gonna be as sand of a sea, and there's multiple sands, multiple stars in the sky. They're gonna be basically populating, and that's about to gonna come to pass. Where Esau was going to come to an end with this World War III, and Jacob is the beginning that followeth it. Even Esau, Edom knows. He always be saying, "Oh, when World War III starts, the world ends." No, the whole world is not going to be destroyed because you're not in rulership anymore. Your world is going to be destroyed. And that's kind of confusing when you heard that. But what I'm basically saying is that their power is going to come to naught, and they're going to be destroyed. They're going to be in the low, and everybody else that was under him is going to be on top of him, and they're going to be ruling. And who was under him in this day and age? Jacob. But who's going to be on top of him in the future? Jacob. And we're going to be beating their ass 24/7. That's why they said the world's going to end, because they're going to be hurt. They're going to be in a lot of pain when all hell break loose, and it's going to be fulfilled. It's going to come to pass. Let me get one more scripture real quick. Habakkuk 2 and 3. It says this, for the visions yet for the appointed time, but end shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come, it will not tarry. And the prophecies are not prolonged anymore, where YAHAWASHI is causing World War III to come to pass, where Russia is going to go to war with America. Well, I said with, like they're going to be together. They're going to go to war against America. I should stop saying with. They're going to go to war against America. And that's what's about to come to pass. That's what I want to get into today. I want to give all praises to YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, QADASH for giving me the opportunity to do this lesson. I do want to give double honor to the elders and apostles of GREATMILLSTONE for teaching the truth by using precept upon precepts and line upon line. Shalom.